Good. About time. Come on. And drop down.
Hey, wait for me, okay?
What, you want a piece of the swinging? As he sheathed his sword, the dragon's soul rushed into him as he consumed his second dragon. After they found their horses again and remounted, they continued their ride towards these hot springs. Truth, that's actually one of the spots that typically you'd end up spawning from if you use the alternate start mod and chose Attacked and Left for Dead. It popped up there quite a few times. No sign of the Dark Brotherhood assassin on the trek, so there's a chance that we'll run into them somewhere here. Let's see.
Hey, these hot springs look really inviting. Could we stop so I could take a bath?
Campsite.
Come on.
Alright, Rigmor. Hold their horses. Are you sure about this?
I heard about these hot springs. People bathe in them all the time. The water is meant to have rejuvenating properties. Hey, you never know. They might help with the pain with my back. You know, the scars.
Sure, you could use one. I'll watch your things, and Lydia will keep guard over both of us.
Yeah, right. Make sure they're the only things you're watching.
I love how she says that as she goes and takes her armor off. And then her gear goes into that chest there. He went and sat down, waiting to see when how long that Rigmor would take with her bath. Thinking to himself, what all would lay in store for them, as well as uttering a silent prayer, thanking, silent prayer of thanks for helping them get through the day with as little casualty as possible. Which, if it'd be me, it'd be a prayer to the Lord Jesus Christ, the true God.
Hey, you know what? I think it might have helped with the pain with my back. You know, the scars?
That's good to hear. How was it?
You know, it's better than I thought. Although the giants and mammoths might put off tourists.
Rigmor, those scars on your back.
Yeah, they're quite something, right? Courtesy of my stay in Haven.
Do they still cause you pain?
Mm-hmm. Sometimes. I have to lay on my side when I sleep.
Those welts are deep. You were lucky to survive those.
Uh-huh. Must have someone looking after me. A guardian angel or something.
Why would they do that to you?
Hey, I'll tell you about it sometime.
Okay. Let's change the subject.
Okay.
So what's your story, Rigmor?
What? Like, how did I end up in Skyrim?
I'd like to know a little bit more about you.
Why would anyone want to know about me? My story isn't a good one. As you probably know, I spent some years in slavery. Barandar rescued me and smuggled me out of Valenwood. So I spent nearly a couple of years in elsewhere before I came here.
Can you tell me about that? Being a slave, I mean?
I don't want to talk about it. Maybe some other time.
Okay.
Okay.
So tell me, why'd you shave your hair? It's not typical of a young lass like you.
Well, when I came of age and left elsewhere, the first thing I wanted to do was take revenge on the Thalmor that had kept us as hostages. Shaving my head was a symbol of renewal.
I take it that you got your revenge.
Yeah, they killed my dad. He was arrested for war crimes.
So he was a soldier?
He was a brigade commander, led the Nord volunteers against the Dominion during the Great War.
You must be very proud of him, Rigmor.
Hell yeah! Was decorated by Titus Meade himself, fought under General Jonah. After the war, he went to Hammerfell, helped the Red Guard take on the Dominion. After the fighting stopped, he met my mom, settled in Bruma, and they had me. Then after many years had passed, they came after him. He sacrificed himself to save me and my mom. Or that's what he thought. But they betrayed us. I slew them all at the embassy near Bruma. And they've had the hots for me ever since.
I'd say you were definitely justified in taking your revenge out on those who betrayed their word. Damn Thalmor. Thanks, Rigmor.
It's cool.
Got another question.
Okay.
About Angie's story.
What about her?
You mentioned about the two Imperial drunks.
Yeah, about that. After I was well enough, Angie would take me with her hunting. I wasn't very good with a bow back then. But over time we began to trust each other. Like I said before, we had similarities about things that happened in our past. She had told me about two Imperial drunks. You know, killed her family. But when I opened up with her about my time in Valenwood, she eventually told me the truth.
So what did happen?
Well, this was a couple of years before the Civil War broke out. The Empire were reinforcing their hold on Skyrim. When the Empire went, the Thalmor followed in the Legion's wake. Several Thalmor special squads were operating around that time, as there was resistance building up against what some saw as an occupation of the Nord holds. Angie's family, plus many others, got caught up in the troubles. The squads were mostly made up of criminals from all corners of the Empire, you know, deserters, murderers, and thieves. Angie's family were hunters, and lived on a small farm just outside Helgen. When the Thalmor arrived, they ransacked the place, looking for only the gods know what. When they were done, two Imperial drunks tried to drag Angie away with them, but her brother and father intervened and a fight broke out, and Angie ran. Her family was killed and the farm burned to the ground.
Damn.
Yeah, I know, right? She regrets running away, but I told her, could have been a lot worse. But to survive, she had to let it go. So in her mind...
They are dead to her.
Don't tell her I told you.
My lips are sealed.
Right.
Wow, already that early. Dang, quick night. Don't worry, we'll find her.
You know, she used to travel to the Imperial City sometimes to get things we didn't have in Bruma. And I would beg her to take me with her so I could get out of my sword and combat training. She just couldn't say no. And she would make up any old rubbish excuse, and my father lapped it up. He knew she was lying. He would give us that look. But he loved her so much. She had him in the palm of her hand. We would go shopping and listen to the bards and minstrels playing in the streets, and sometimes I would just go sit in the library and read everything I could get my hands on for hours and hours till she came and got me.
Sounds like such fun.
We could finally take off our fur coats for once, and I remember I would look up and let the sunshine warm my face. I would try on some of the linen dresses, and she would buy me a special treat. The summer in Cyrodiil. So green. So timeless. Oh, how I miss all that. I just need to know, if she's still alive. So, you're a dragonborn, right?
I'm sorry. I don't want to talk about that right now. Maybe some other time.
Oh, har har. That's cute. You really are too much.
We'd better get going. It isn't safe to stay in one place for too long.
Okay, let's move on.
Hello?
Hmm?
Hello? Hey there. I seem to be a bit lost. I wonder if you could help me. Oh, the name's Tabuku. Or Mr. Tibbs, if you like. Sorry for any inconvenience. You see, my sister's daughter, she hasn't been too well, and it's her birthday.
Careful, Guardian. But he might be genuinely lost. Go see what he wants and try to help.
Gotcha.
Hey there, little lady. How about helping out poor old Mr. Tibbs' niece?
He walked over cautiously, as he had a feeling his instincts were telling him that this was another bounty hunter looking for them.
Yeah?
How can we be of help, Mr. Tibbs?
Well, this is a bit embarrassing. I seem to have lost my way. I was hoping to bump into someone. Are you hunting and fishing out here in these parts, or just traveling through?
That's for me to know, and you to find out.
Yeah, well, it's a dangerous place around here, especially for peaceful, law-abiding citizens such as us. But you see, my legs, they get all tired after a long walk. I broke my leg in 3 places a couple of years back.
Well, if I was you, I wouldn't go back to those places.
I see what you did there. But seriously, my sister's little girl, she isn't so well either. She suffers from a rare condition and it's hereditary. My cousin's auntie's uncle's nephew always had problems when he lifted his arms past his nipples. Hurt like hell.
Well, in that case, tell him not to do that again.
Yeah, well, like I was saying, the little girl. Hey, maybe your little friend over there might have some good advice.
Sure, I'll help. What do you want to know?
I've got some pretty good advice for you, Mr. Tibbs. Bet you ain't gonna like it much.
Yeah, I thought as much. It's her, boss. Come on. We're gonna be rich.
Come on! They're on the ridge!
You're messing with the wrong girl.
He's running away. Stay down.
You're as good as dead.
Man. Those orcs definitely need to learn to give up. He had a feeling they were a similar group to like the first group of that they ran into the other day up at once they left Fort Black. They looked around the area to make sure that everything was secure. Looks clear. Let's see about what Mr. Tibbs here had. Are you alright, Rigmor?
I'm okay. Thanks for asking.
Let's get out of here. Find this Dunmer up in Windhelm.
Okay.
Alright. Lydia, I need you to run interference. Make your way back to Whiterun, and on your way, try and get as much these dang bounty hunters' attention as you can. Maybe you can divert them off our tail for a while.
Still here. I'll head back home if you need me.
Until then, good luck. Alright, Rigmor, let's get going.